Luso Italiano, Luxury Imports sponsors Boxing Bros UK.
Right. Where was I? So, after we had a few little technical issues. So, yeah, I'm going to hold my hands up, Chris, right? I thought it was no ambition, terrible game plan. What he was doing, and I'm sure you'll agree, is he was wanting to take Johnny Fisher into the second half of the fight. Johnny Fisher's quite a muscular guy. I think there was a bit of a lack of experience there. He sort of punched himself out because the first few rounds, I really liked his lead jab. He was kind of throwing it, and he was throwing a few combinations. I thought, he looks quite sharp here. And Dave Allen was, backing off a bit and wasn't really throwing much. We know he's like that. He's not got great punch output. He never has. No. But as the fight went on, as Johnny Fisher began to slow down, which Dave Allen, this was obviously the game plan, he was looking for that big Chisora style overhand right every time, catching him with it quite a lot. Started to, as you said, ragdoll him around, using his strength, using that weight advantage he had. He's got strong legs, a good chin. Just started to grind Fisher down. Fisher showed a complete lack of IQ and experience and basically took the fight to him. And other than the 12th round where he kind of backed off, he didn't kind of do much in the 12th round. Johnny Fisher, to his credit, did show resilience, did show some heart, did manage to kind of weather the storm. But again, just to kind of finish before you come back in, how on earth Johnny Fisher came out of that when even Dave Allen Dad said, look, I think you edged it. Why wasn't that a draw at the very least? So that we definitely, we got to have the rematch, haven't we, Chris? Surely. I mean, it's like Ben Whittaker, Liam Cameron. Johnny Fisher cannot, for me, move on until he rematches Dave Allen. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Or
100%. 100%. Yeah. Because, like you say, Dave Allen, he just won that fight. He definitely won that fight, and he really. Absolutely. And he said in his interview, he was like, "I've never followed a game plan before. This time I did." So he said, "What the plan was?"
There you go.
Like you said, I'm just going to do what I'm good at, frustrating people. What I always do for the first 4 rounds, where just parry the punches, tight defense, don't really throw much. But the other thing was right. That Johnny Fisher really needs to tighten up because Dave Allen, he's not the best jabber in the world, and his jab isn't like a snappy jab; it's more of a push jab. Like he doesn't,
ploddy.
Twist body into
ploddy, isn't it?
He kind of just pushes you with it,
Yeah.
And he was catching it with it. Because every time. Like Johnny Fisher would come and he'd go square on, and then Dave Allen would go bang with his push jab straight in the face, and he just kept catching him with that jab when he was trying to come in, and then when he was on the ropes, like you say, he was doing a Mayweather, but not very good, and like it's just when you're that big, there's no point doing a Philly shell. If you're taller than your opponent, if you're smaller, do the Philly shell, But if you're taller than him, there's no point really doing it because he's gonna land them overhand rights on you all day. All he has to do is take a step to the side, a little feint here, and he can land the overhand right because it's hard to shoulder roll when it's looping over the top. Do you know what I mean? It's really hard to do a shoulder roll when the punch is coming over the shoulder. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Also, Chris, I want to add, because I want to get your thoughts on something. And I want to get your thoughts on this because Mark Tibbs is a trainer I really like. His dad was a very good, what he didn't know about boxing weren't worth knowing. And I like Mark Tibbs. And I know he thinks highly of Johnny Fisher as well. But there was some interesting, I can't imagine. I don't know if this is just something Johnny Fisher decided to do. I can't imagine with all Mark Tibbs' experience in the game, knows fucking hell. Like, I can't imagine he'd been saying, look, if it gets a bit rough in there, just going to start shoulder rolling. But he said something interesting in the corner, and this is what I wanted and hopefully I've got this right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Mark Tibbs, when he was taken down, when he went down in the 5th or 6th, I think Mark Tibbs said something like, leave your left hand out there, leave your jab out there. And then you saw Johnny Fisher measuring with his jab and just kind of leaving it in Dave Allen's face. And I'm surprised the ref didn't do a bit more about that. But Mark Tibbs basically, and I'll have to go back and watch it, but I think he was sort of saying, leave your left hand out there, something like that. So bit of the dark arts going on there, trying to protect his fighter, trying to get him to weather the storm. And he was doing that a bit. And then inexplicably, as you say, he started going into the Philly shell, which for a 6'5", 245-pound heavyweight is a bit strange to see. I can't be honest. But there we are.
Just going to pause it a sec. So, Johnny Fisher delivering Chinese takeaways for his dad. But to be fair to Johnny Fisher, what he's learned from this fight is what every fighter needs to learn, and you can't learn it from coaching, is that he's got what it takes, that when he's getting his head fucking punched in and his legs are wobbly, that he can hang in there and keep on fighting. He's learned that about himself, which is a good thing. No matter what he does in his career, because I don't think he's going to go on to be a world champion or anything like that. But if he ever goes on, wins a British title, whatever, he's still an okay fighter and he can still do some things in the sport. Just he needs to get rid of that Philly shell style. Like, what the fuck was that about?
No idea. I don't even know where to start with that. Just keep to the basics, boy, which I'm sure Mark Tibbs would have been saying. Hey, for all we know, Mark Tibbs had him in that dressing room after, like, what the fuck? Why was you doing that? We've never worked on that. What are you doing?
Yeah, because when you're 6 foot, when you're the taller man, the Philly shell doesn't work because the smaller man is throwing overhand over the top. Yeah, there's no shoulder on the top of your head, so the punches are going to be flying over the top. Yeah, because that's the best way that they can get you. So Philly shell trying to shoulder roll, it's not going to work because they'll either catch you on the head, on the side of the head, maybe on the chin because you're going like that. It's just not good. That Philly shell style.
Just tuck up. Tuck up.
Just tuck up.
Tuck up, man. Yeah.
Even that illegal stuff.
But anyway.
Even that was better.
Oh, no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But, not much to add really back from me. I mean, Johnny Fisher's, I'm not sure what his ceiling is, but I'll tell you what, I'll kind of leave it here, like, because obviously this was a robbery for me and I feel for Dave Allen and he won that fight. But for Johnny Fisher, I think if he can win an English title somewhere down the line or a British title, he's done well for himself. You know, popular kid, likeable lad, you know, he's tough. You know, he's getting in there, he's having a go, doing better than what most of the population are doing. Like, we can all have a bit of fun and, you know, Chinny fish, all the rest of it, because, you know, it's entertainment at the end of the day. Like, we're an entertainment channel, but he'd have had an all right career by the end of it. So good luck to him. But I don't see him posing too many fighters, too many problems inside the top 10. No. Put it that way. But like, you never know. You never know.
He's learned something today. But if he wants to have any sort of career, he needs to rematch Dave Allen. He needs that rematch with Dave Allen for sure. And if Johnny Fisher won't rematch Dave Allen, I really, really want Dave Allen to have a rematch with Fraser Clark. I would love to see that fight. This Dave Allen, I say beats Fraser.
Yeah.
Fraser's coming
especially after Fraser Clark's damaging defeat to Wardley, mate. I'm not sure what's left for Fraser Clark. So
yeah,
I would back Allen for that fight. 100%.
I really think if Dave Allen's switched on, full training camp, all that business, like he was now, I think, oh my God, like he's got a good chance of beating Fraser Clark. And Fraser Clark's, this is a good comeback fight to see if he's still got something left in the tank. If he can beat Dave Allen. So, you know. That's it from us. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe.
Nice one.